Austin, I understand you actually saw, before we talk about the Super Eagles, good morning.
Good morning, Cecilia. Good morning, Tayo.
How was the traveling like? I mean, the 14, 18 hours trip, but then we won't talk about that. When you come, we'll discuss that.
Come on.
You saw the Argentine game. Were you surprised by the scoreline?
I wasn't surprised. I remember when I spoke to you guys after the first match, I said it's going to be a World Cup of surprises. And we're beginning to see just that. Like nobody can come and say they predicted any of the results that we've seen so far at this World Cup. And we need to see more. Yes, we'll see more. Croatia showed us their real quality. Against the Super Eagles, they're being very careful, and technically they won that match. But against Argentina, they came all out and then let the world see that, look, there's nothing to be scared about this Argentine team. I've also been telling everybody that if you know how Argentina qualified for the World Cup, the only thing you should fear is the name Argentina. The team is shaky. The coach is clueless. So why are we scared? This is the same Argentine team that the Super Eagles defeated. Came back from 2 goals down, and everyone is scared. What are they scared of? That name Argentina. Croatia, they've done their bits now. They are resting in that Group D between Iceland, Argentina, and Nigeria. The team that wants the next ticket most, they get it.
Fantastic. I mean, he wants it more. Tayo, got some questions for you right here. But before Tayo will say anything, I mean, concerning the way you said the Croatians played and the way the Argentines plays and all that, from what you've seen of the Super Eagles training, you believe we really have a chance against Iceland today?
Of course, they have a chance. I mean, in the world of football, it's the Icelandic team compared to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Last time I spoke to you guys, I said it boils down to belief. When I spoke to Chamberlain this morning, I said the same thing. You know, football is funny. It tells a different story whenever you think it's going to go a particular way. And that's what is going to happen each time. We keep saying that, oh, this team is the team that can go on to win. The Super Eagles of Nigeria need to come out and prove to the world that they are still that quality football playing country. Iceland, they love what the world is saying about them and their football now, and that is actually their motivation. They are sustaining the momentum from the Euros. Everything we've said about this team till now, Tayo, Cecilia, check it. The Icelandic team keeps getting better, and that's what has been working for them. So yes, Nigeria is taking on Iceland. Iceland, they are strong in the middle. They play football with their hearts. They have grit. But the Super Eagles of Nigeria lost their first match, and they know that they can't afford to lose their second match. So we're going to have a very, very tight football match today. Let me put it that way, because they all want to show that, yes, we can get it. Iceland wins it 4 points. Super Eagles wins it 3 points. Argentina will be waiting for that team that will play them in their last match. Group G is going to be a cracker.
Cracker indeed. That's what we're expecting today against Iceland. Austin, you're in Volgograd now, and have you come across Nigerians there, and how are they feeling? How confident are they going into this match against Iceland?
I did everything I had to get in to see their training yesterday, but it was a long trip, so I didn't. Right now, I am at the team's hotel. If you look behind me, watch closely, you might just see Mikel Obi walk by. You see Brian will walk by. Johnny Allo just passed me now.
Right.
I spoke to some of them. They are tired. Look, they are fired up like never before. You know, they're not even talking much. In the next hour, they're going to be having their walk. I know during that walk, it's to, you know, improve mental strength, keep their focus, you know, and they just talk to themselves. So it takes you to that realm where you envision what you want the match to be, where you relax. So I'm waiting for them to have that walk so that I can shoot that, and then have a chance to speak to them. But when I spoke to Odioni Allo, of course, you know, they'll be minimal. It's match day. So they're not talking much. They're just saying that, look, that they hope that they're going to have a good match. How about Coach Roy passed by and he spoke to me. He said there's nothing to worry about. Doing the bit also came and everything is fine. No injuries. And the players are still sad about how they lost to Croatia, but they now understand that they need to put it behind them and face this Icelandic test. I believe that if they believe in themselves, with the quality we've seen in the team, that they can beat Iceland.
Hopefully they can. But then, Austin, while you're still waiting there, maybe we can get some reactions coming from those Argentine fans and also Croatian fans who were really downcast. The Croatian fans, while they're celebrating, but the Argentine fans were having it really good at all. Ben Alaya is in the studio. Ben, good morning. Good to have you.
Always here. Thanks that you are having me.
Yeah.
Islam.
Yeah, it's great to have you, Ben. I mean, what a day to have you as well. Crucial game today, 4 p.m. against Iceland. Icelanders, they know the pressure is on Nigeria. I mean, the coach is on record as saying that. And for Nigeria, they cannot afford to lose a game because back-to-back losses would mean the end of the road. So it looks like it appears like a very, very tough match in the offing.
Tough match, like you have said. For me, it's a game that it's in our hands. You know, we were discussing it yesterday. The Icelandic players are very big and tall and huge, and they are going to intimidate us with that. It used to be like that for Nigeria when the Keshis, the Eboigbe's and the 10-10 were in the national team of Nigeria. But now it's no longer like that. We have too many short players, and then we have to start building. Whether we don't eat well, I don't know. However, I think that is a game that we need to really work on. It's a game that we must win, and I think is a game that we can win. Yeah, it's a game that we can
More winnable than the game against Croatia?
If we let our guards lose, we lose. If we go for it, we win. And I think that we should go for it.
Interesting.
I mean, everybody is thinking that Nigeria can win it, and the thinking, even in the camp, from what I've been going through in the media and everybody, is that this team is good enough to deal with Iceland. But the Icelandic team is also talking tough and saying they can deal with us. So I think that we can get it right.
You can get it right. And there's been a few guys that are in Russia. I mean, all sorts of lineup and player changes from the first one against Croatia. But for you, which changes would you like to see from last time out?
For me, I think I'd like to see Onazi back in.
Okay.
Very important is so that if Onazi is playing behind Mikel, Etebo can come in the second half. This is my thought. I'm not a coach, but I prefer that Onazi should start from behind. Mikel starts. Everything they are saying is that Mikel should start as a defensive midfielder. Yes, Mikel is a creative midfielder, and what I think is that Mikel should be the one who is doing the big thing in the midfield, orchestrating whatever it is. So I think that if Onazi is there defending, Etebo shouldn't have scored an own goal. And I think that Etebo can, if we are leading Iceland by say 2-0, then Etebo can come in. Very fantastic player. This is my thought.
So just Onazi to come in for you. Austin, let's go back to Austin one more time before we let you go finally. Austin, I mean, I was telling Ben that there's been all sorts of lineups that have come out from inside sources, in quotes, in Russia. But for you, what are you hearing? What are the likely changes we're likely to see? Some
they
people
will
have
sanction
said,
Austin like they did to Sam Audu.
Come on. Some have said Tyron is going to come back and Onazi as well. But what are you hearing from the Eagles camp?
I think we're going to see some changes in the midfield. I don't think it's going to touch the defense. We might even see elders in a changing if possible, because you need a back line that understands themselves. I try to understand what makes Mikel a better player, and every time you put 1+2 or want to get the best of Mikel, Onazi just pops up. Onazi is just that guy that understands how to protect boundaries. And when I spoke to the fans in St. Petersburg, they said the same thing. And I think Ben just mentioned that now. Midfield is a very sensitive role. You know, I like Okenekara. Indeed, is fantastic. But to get the best out of John Obi Mikel, who is playing with so much freedom in the Super Eagles, you must play with people that is comfortable. Look, it's the World Cup. You can't experiment. The days of experimenting is done. You've played your pre-friendly games. So if you some mistakes in your pre-friendly games, either you correct them right away or you just find a way to get out of it. So yeah, we're waiting to see if it's going to go the same way. But I think it's pretty much the same thing. We'll see maybe a change or two, either in the left full back or in the middle of the park. One way or the other, we will not just say the same thing.
Oh, okay, Austin, thank you very much for your time on the show. You can go and try and catch up with the players now as they prepare for their team walk. Thank you very much, Austin.